Good evening and welcome to your darling show. This is Trust Sports. My name is Joshua, me, your sports commando, and with me, as usual, to talk sports this evening is Mr. Jide Olushola. You're welcome.
Good evening, viewers.
So today we'll be talking about all the sports, all the happenings in sports all over the world. We'll start with the African Cup of Nations, the fallout from the competition. Nigerian clinching the bronze medal for the 8th time, record time. And we'll talk about the players who are leaving, who have announced their retirement, and those who have re-announced that they are continuing with the national team. Also, we'll talk about the coach, Gernot Rohr, who is in the eye of the storm now. Some people are asking him to leave, while the NFF are insisting that he stays and go for professional courses. Now we'll also look at the Tigers who were just kicked out of the African competition in Mali. We'll also delve into the transfer market to see the players and where they are moving. We are welcome to the show. You can be part of this show. You can join the conversation on our social media platform. You can respond to our question on the website where we are asking you to tell us what your opinions are concerning the position of the Super Eagles head coach, Gernot Rohr. And also, you can respond to the same question on our Twitter handle, daily_trust. Let's start with the Nations Cup. It has come and gone. And the Super Eagles, as usual, clinched the bronze medal
for the 8th time.
Some people are saying is an achievement considering the kind of team we have and their ability and the capacity of the coach. What is your take?
It was a good tournament for Nigeria, except for the match against Madagascar, which I still feel it was staged. But be as it may, it was a good tournament for the players. Most of them were coming to Egypt or rather to AFCON Nations Cup for the very first time in their career. People like Sani Abdullahi, some other players. That's their first African Cup of Nations, so they didn't have that much of the experience compared to Mikel Obi, compared to Ahmed Musa, who will be there over the time. And but then all good for them that they managed to clinch the bronze medal, coming third, and it's fair for them. So we hope to build on the young team because we have one of the youngest team right now, and we hope for the NFF to build on this young team, bring in new players that could, help in some aspect of the team as well too. And let's see how it goes on from the qualifiers coming up very soon.
The worries of most Nigerians is Nigeria have the capacity to win this competition continuously because of the caliber of players they have and the population at our disposal. But we have 8th third position place. It is a record position. Even the silver, the second position is still a record one for Nigeria.
This is football. This is football. Anything can happen in football. Germany lost. Brazil lose. So everybody. It can happen to anybody that we lost against. But though our loss against Algeria was very painful as a Nigeria, it was very, very painful at the last minute goal. But then any country, anybody can lose any match. Just like I was speaking with Sheikh Abdullah recently, after just last week or so on Saturday, he said they all wanted to win the Nations Cup for Nigeria, but then things happened that they could not. It was beyond their. How would I put it? It just didn't work out for them in Egypt. So let's not blame them for. Anybody can lose. Though we have the material, though we have all the resources player-wise, we have the technical ability, talking about the bench as well too. Let's put aside the fact that Nigerians are not happy with Gernot Rohr, that he has not able to bring this team together and let us have a compact and a fearful team, a team that come out that everybody be scared of. Our Nigerian team right now does not have that flair that we used to know of the 1994 set, the Okocha set, the Kanuako set, that flair, that wizardry that we see is missing.
Then whose responsibility is this to create that? We have the players. We have players like Ahmed Musa Okandazu.
I think
we have Samuel Chukwueze.
Hold on first. I think there's this shift from that kind of flair. There's this paradigm shift towards just a simply goal-oriented kind of football. There's now. During the Okocha's days, it was more of like fun, more like let's just have fun, freestyle, nothing spoil if you lose.
I disagree with that.
No, it was more of it was more of joy. It was more of there was less business aspects into sport in their own days, where they just played for fun, where they just played for and just do what they can do. But gradually, as things began to come out that there's money in football, there's so much money in football, we reduce your skills. Let's just go for the goal. So now it's just purely, to me, my own sense is your own view. If you disagree, but my own view, I just feel that they're just being more goal oriented. Let's just look for the goals and win and get money and leave. That flair is happening to most teams now these days. How many teams are playing beautiful football? Brazil, that we know that can dazzle, except for a few of the players who still do one or two things. Brazil players, radio side, Cafu, they dazzle players then with a samba dance kind of football. But do they still play that kind of samba dance football? No.
Of course, it's a matter of opinion.
Yes,
so because even it's still in that Brazilian team, you have players like Neymar who can do this. We have players like Everton, Suarez. You have
and Neymar is a show. Of course, he still tries to once in a while give us that show both abilities. So that's samba dance.
Coutinho
does not play samba kind of football.
What type of football?
It's not direct kind of football. Just dribble a little bit, pass ball, and score. So the Nigerian, and Gernot Rohr is a German. Germans generally are just straightforward. Play, attack, score, defend. There's no much skills in German football. Though the German teams are very, very compact. So if we can stick to our original kind of lifestyle of playing football, whereby we have wingers that run down the defense from the left and the right and cross balls. We have the midfielder that dribbles like Jijo Kocha, or Kanuanko that without a long leg, use and drag you backwards. If you can go back to that kind of play, I think it would be good. But then searching for those players might be very hard because most players' concept now is just to play and score.
Okay, now let's take a shift from the players to the coach. After the competition, the Super Eagles coach says he has achieved the target set for him, which is a semi-final qualification, and he had went ahead to win the third place. And most Nigerians are calling for him to be sacked. Looking at what other local coaches achieved with Algeria and Senegal reaching the final, they have called for a sack, but the NFF is saying instead we'll send him for a refresher course.
But that it's ridiculous that you are sending a foreigner for a refresher course. Why can't you send Nigerian coaches? Okay, we have Nigerian coaches in the Super Eagles, Imama and Co. Why can't you send those ones for refresher courses? We have some Siasa. We have I need to mention Chris Chiku, but I know that we will not coach again. We have other coaches there and there.
Even the Yusuf that was assistant for a very long time.
Yes, so we can. So why can't you send all those coaches? You're spending your money on a foreigner. No doubt about. I'm not saying we cannot use a foreigner, but when you have coaches within the Super Eagles setup, the coaching setup, why can't you spend money on them and send them to these clubs for refresher courses? And as someone just said, he said he does not want the refresher course.
Yes, there is a twist to it. He said he doesn't want that is for
local coaches.
For local coaches, not for him. That is an international coach.
So can you see the old drama that he's not interested in the refresher course?
Okay, let's
so the NFF should that mentality of, if they are bringing in a foreign coach, they should go for established ones like Jose Mourinho. We can afford him.
No, you can't.
See, Joshua, we can afford. Let me tell you how we can afford Mourinho. Mourinho himself, as a person as he is a brand. By the time you meet various companies, international companies and national companies, big time companies, Mourinho is going to be our coach.
Approaching him,
we will need your financial support to help us.
Approaching him is not the big deal. For him to accept to come to Nigeria and coach,
that's a different thing.
That's the major problem in acquiring the service of a foreign coach.
If you can get a player a coach of that caliber, the kind of just a Mourinho kind of coaches.
And again, you need coaches that are familiar with African football.
Yes, we need coaches that are familiar. That has said, so, yes, that one is also a possibility, but we can still shift away from that. Okay, Gernot that knows African football. What do you do? Yeah, I did not coach Benin Republic. I did not coach Guinea. I did not coach which other country? I did coach Congo also. Yeah.
So let's quickly.
And he has coached African clubs.
Okay. Let's quickly check our viewers' responses to this question. Chris on our Twitter handle daily_trust. Chris 15 is saying, now today, what do you gain for sacking a man that qualify you to get to the semi-final? He's making a point there that somebody who took you to the semi-final, what do you gain sacking him? Timothy Nathaniel is saying the benchmark was semi-finals and was achieved. So why will you sack him? Then Rabiu S. Mohammed is saying no, that he should not be sacked. Chukudi photography. He's saying it's only one coach who won the competition. So why must you sack the coach that they didn't win? Then this Oji is saying this man should be shown the exit door ASAP. As soon as possible.
The reports that for NFF to sack Gernot Rohr,
they have to pay him some compensation,
like $3 million,
which they don't have.
Okay,
so now Onabuchi Uche, he said he should not be sacked. He really tried. His only mistake is believing in Akpeyi. Rohr is one of the few coaches in Super Eagles history that didn't look at faces, that didn't respect powers that be, those that manipulate players selection and so. If you are good, you can make the team. So what most of them are trying to say that Gernot Rohr has achieved the target set for him.
No doubt.
He should continue with
before the tournament. They said our target is semi-finals, and he got to that target and even exceeded by winning the bronze.
So let's quickly go to the Facebook and see what our viewers are saying here. Kayode Adewuyi say let Amunike take over from him. There's another point.
That is
Amunike did a great job
with Tanzania.
And
so he can still come. Amunike can still come, and he brought an unknown Tanzanian to the national scope.
Yeah.
So we can see. Let's see what he can as well do for Nigeria. Being a Nigerian coach as well too.
Okay. So Innocent is saying yes. Innocent Onyeka is saying he should be sacked. Why Elder John Fua is saying no, that he should remain, he should continue with his job. Then Yakubu Abaka is saying the players are to blame, not the coach. What do you think about this?
It's always the coach that will be blamed, not the players, no matter what happens.
It's the coach that determines how the game.
The players are free of any form of blame. All the blame lies at the head and at the feet of the coaching crew.
So now let's. You should keep your comments coming in, viewers. You can respond to this question on our Facebook and on our Twitter handle daily_trust. Gernot Rohr, there's this rumor that is considering leaving for Morocco.
If he leaves on his own accord, I don't know the terms of the contract he signed with NFF, but if he leaves on his own accord without NFF sacking him, I don't think that money will be buying. I don't think NFF will pay that month. Because he's the one that
decided to leave. Get a better offer and he's leaving.
So probably he will even pay maybe 1 month salary or 2 months salary.
So now, if he should leave, what if you are in charge of the NFF? What will you do next?
That's what the viewer said. I'll go for Amunike.
Amunike has been there from the junior team. He has been in the MFF.
Yeah, you've gotten it. He has been there, so he knows, and he's a Nigerian, and he's an ex-international, and he knows, he feels the pains of Nigeria, being an ex-international, being a Nigerian himself. Look at foreign clubs now; most of them they're not bringing back their ex-players who know the culture of their clubs. Yeah. So Amunike is in Nigeria. He knows the culture of the Super Eagles. He knows how things were done with the Super Eagles that brought in so much happiness, so much glory, so much joy to Nigerians. That for 90 minutes, the country is peaceful. And even after 90 minutes, Nigerians are happy because when we win. And they bring it. So Amunike will be the best for us as
okay, finally on the African Cup of Nations, the fallout, we have 2 players coming out to announce their retirement. The skipper, John Obi Mikel, and the highest goal scorer of the competition, and the only Nigerian player that made the best 11, John Igalo.
We never expected Igalo to retire. It came as a rude shock to most of us. But then it is a personal choice. You know what?
But again, there are rumors everywhere that he's denying. That actually.
If that game against Tunisia, when he came out of the game because of injury, it was a little when I started reading meanings. So probably he wanted to beat the record of being the highest goal scorer ever for Nigeria, because now he's tied with Rashid Yekini of 5 goals. So I'm sure maybe he wanted to beat the record of at least 6 goals, or he wanted to end his career on a good note, not with injury. So you're already in 2 options. But anyway, since I believe he will still come back, even as we heard rumors that Amaju Pinnick has spoken to him to change his mind. Gernot has spoken to change his mind that he's still needed. So maybe in coming days, Messi tried it 3 times. He came back.
But when you look at the option we have up front, we have good players who are coming up.
Yes, they're good players, but
who could seize the opportunity to shine.
I agree with you, but then you still need some of Igalo's based on the experience. Let the younger ones learn from Igalo. Mikel Obi's he started in Egypt. He said his senior career started in Egypt, and as God have it, it ended in Egypt for him. So it was long coming that Mikel was going to. He's a legend. Let's not. But every time I sit down, I just think about Mikel. Mikel, babyface in 2005. He's not a legend. How time flies. But anyway, he's retired, and of course we expect that Ahmed Musa will be the next Super Eagles captain.
Of course, he's the
vice captain. And he's the eldest. I mean, he's the oldest in the team. Mm-hmm. No, not oldest per se. But he's the longest serving player in the team.
And he's just 26 or so.
I believe
okay, now let's temporarily leave football for basketball. The Nigerian, the Tiger, the male team, were kicked out of the ongoing African Championship in Bamako, Mali yesterday when they lost to Algeria 84-80. In one of the quarterfinals played, and stakeholders have been coming up to comment on Nigerian team performance at the competition, and some of them are saying the lack of league action was. I know the competition actually is meant for players playing in the continent, and that lack of league action for the teams in Nigeria actually affected their performance in the championship.
You know, this crisis between Musa Kida and Tijani Umar has been the bane of progress of this football team, of this basketball league in Nigeria. And I think the earlier FIBA resolves this. In fact, if FIBA said there's no recognized president for the
and that is the problem. That is the problem you're having now.
Because there's no recognized person right now, so automatically that affects the development of basketball in Nigeria.
And that has been.
Musa Kida is illegal. Umar Tijani is also illegal.
as declared by FIBA.
As declared by FIBA.
But the problem now is this, and that's what Tijani Umar faction is talking about. That look, FIBA, I said the 2 elections are not recognized, and you are to stage another election for 2 years, since 2000
this 2017.
It's 2 years now, and you've not staged another election. And the Musa Kida's faction is controlling the national team, while the Tijani Umar faction is controlling the league. So now, how do you select your players for national team if you are not in conformity with what is happening in the league?
And if the league is not even ongoing right now. Kida, just recently said the league is not open to anybody that's interested in basketball
to come and
play in the Premier League of the basketball. Who does that? You have to come up from
the first division, second division, first division.
But said anybody right now, you can just organize boys now or girls now and go and play basketball in the Nigerian basketball league and get your share of the 70 million naira boost from Zenith Bank. So I see there's crisis in basketball.
A serious crisis.
Serious crisis.
And the Tijani Umar faction are kind of trying to go to the cast for.
Meanwhile, in fact, the politics involved in these people's matters is just sometimes you just get confused. So who is saying the truth? But we all know that right now that Umar Tijani's faction is likely to be the legitimate one, but because of some interest.
You know what happened during the election period? You know what happened? Interest everywhere, and
everything just.
But what is on ground now is this: Tijani Umar has more support from the stakeholders, because of course he's the incumbent president. While the Musa Kida faction has just few people who are most especially the Zone C of the FIBA Africa zone. Supporting him, and this has affected the teams, affected basketball, the game generally in Nigeria. And the earlier they resolve their issues, the better for the game.
The better for us.
So now let's quickly get the news from your side.
Okay, the ATO Cup finals is coming up this Sunday. That's between Niger Tornadoes and Kano Pillars. The game was meant to be played today, being Wednesday, but then the NFF they moved it to Sunday, and then also the finals of the female ATO Cup also be played on that same Sunday. As we speak right now, the female games are going on for the finals. So we'll be looking at the ATO Cup final on Sunday between Niger Tornadoes and Kano Pillars. So you hope to see that Kano Pillars will win this tournament again after losing out last year.
The surprises around the final this year is this: Niger Tornadoes have been relegated from the professional league, and they will be playing the final of the ATO Cup, and will be representing Nigeria in the Confederation Cup. You hardly see a scenario like this. And in fact, if they should go ahead and win this cup, it will be remarkable. The
Abridged League is responsible for this kind of. They didn't play rounds. They only played northern side and southern side played each other. So southern clubs not go to northern clubs. Northern clubs not come to southern clubs. So the Abridged League, even though because of the urgency of them trying to meet up the deadlines of the CAF that is that. So that has
talking
gone.
About the CAF deadline, we have these clubs will be playing the Confederation Cup, and you are still having a final just few days before their international continental engagement. As a football administrator, how do you expect that to come from Nigeria, a big country, a very mighty country, and a prominent member of CAF, when you engage your clubs in domestic games even few days before their international engagement?
That's why we are hoping to have a vibrant sports minister.
Okay.
that will and a real politician that will battle politics in CAF. There's so much politics in CAF, so we need a real politician.
But there are things we should do ourselves.
Why
fixing a final of a match few days to your team's continental engagement? It was initially fixed for 24th, which is tomorrow.
Yeah.
Then they move it by 4 days.
See, I don't know what to say about this one. You just know that anything can happen in Nigeria. Anything can just happen in Nigeria.
Okay, now let's quickly jump into the transfer market and see who is moving and to where. Arsenal have been the most talked about team in the transfer market this season. They are always interested in almost every player in the market, and now they are expressing optimism that they will land Real Madrid midfielder Dani Ceballos, who is to replace the outgone midfielder Ramsey.
I'm a Madrid fan. Ceballos has not been. He's not in the first. He comes in and out, so he's free to go. I think he's going on loan.
On loan.
So
without option of buying.
So to go and gather experience in England and come back to Spain. So it's going to be good. But we forgot to talk about the new clubs that have gone into the National Professional Football League. Warri Wolves, Adamawa United, Jigawa Golden State, and Aqua Starlet. These are the 4 clubs that are going to make 20 teams in the NPFL next season. Warri Wolves are returning after 3 years. They played last in 2016. Adamawa, they played last in the Premier League in 2007. Jigawa Golden State played last in 2012. While Aqua Starlet are making their official debut, their debut, and that means Aqua United. I'm sorry. Sorry. We are going to be having two clubs from the same state, Aqua United and Aqua Starlet, playing in the Nigerian Premier League
for the first time. Okay, that's a good one. So let's go back to the transfer market.
Okay.
Linusor Sane is making moves to leave Manchester City.
It's a German, so let's go to
Bayern Munich are saying they are still on the case. And if you were Manchester City, will you sell a player like?
No, I will not sell.
For what?
He's young and he has potentials. In fact, his potential personified.
Okay. Then, still going back to Arsenal, Unai Emery, the coach, the head coach of the team, he's saying they are not planning to sell. Emerick Aubameyang has been speculated.
I can say a striker.
Of course, there are so many teams. There are so many teams who are interested in him. Manchester United, China, teams in China, and even Inter Milan. And he's saying no, he's not up for sale.
You can't say you're one of your best players.
Your best player, not just one of them. Then Manchester United are still in the transfer market, trying to get more players in,
like
trying to build up.
Maguire.
Yes, Maguire and Fernandes from Sporting Lisbon, this goal-scoring midfielder, and they are telling the Inter Milan that if you are going to take Romelu Lukaku from us, you have to do it now, or we will make another plan for him. I don't know if you are a team who want to sell Lukaku. I see Lukaku as one of the best strikers in the Premier League. He has the strength, he has the pace, he has the stature, he has everything to do well, and he's doing well, of course.
Yeah, he's doing well, but he has a reason. Every player he has a reason why he wants to leave Manchester United.
Manchester United wants him gone.
So something must have gone wrong in between. And they want to end the friendship or the relationship between each other. And
then who is in the market for them to replace him with now?
Man, they're not going to the Champions League, so they can start afresh. They can start by small players and grow up, and go to the days of 1992 with Ryan Giggs kind of set.
Okay, finally, let's talk about Gareth Bale. The scandal has been on for a long time, and today he actually played for Real Madrid in their final friendly match against Arsenal in the US, and he scored. In fact, Real Madrid were 2 goals down when he came in and he championed their return to even go. Well, they even went ahead to win the match on penalty in 3-2 goal line, goal score. And today after the match press conference, I saying Gary Bale is still going, notwithstanding his influence when he was introduced in the match.
Gary Bale is a very, very good player, but the issue with Gary Bale is a lack of interest in the team, so to say. His kind of nature is that doesn't fit with kind of lifestyle of Real Madrid. Just imagine where players are having dinner, they have organized a team player, but rather he says, I can't come for dinner, I have to go and sleep. He doesn't socialize with the players. He doesn't even speak Spanish. He has been there for 6 years. He cannot even speak a single sentence of Spanish. That's very bad. He cannot be playing a club of that magnitude. I cannot even speak even just one sentence. And he practices golf instead of socializing with his teammates. They're having a meeting. They're having get together. Maybe somebody's celebrating birthday. Bill will not be there. So he does not have any form of relationship with except come to training, play and move. He doesn't talk. He doesn't like.
He doesn't have friends. So he's like an outcast in the team.
So there's no bond. Create bond. Even so many things are wrong. And even when he's playing, you see that disconnect between him and the players. Another player, because there's no friendship.
When you compare with Mayang and, like I said, in Arsenal, they are both vying for the number 9 position, but they are and they never played together until they got to Arsenal. One was in France, one was in Germany, but they came together to meet in England. And now Real Madrid are looking for how to get him a club,
and he cannot leave on loan according to his agent, and no club can afford to pay him except they can afford to pay him £600,000 salary per week.
And he's not ready to get to.
He would rather sit down. So me as the player, I would rather sit on the bench and
run my contract
for 3 years.
So now
who will lose?
My producer is already signaling me for to end the show, but let's quickly look at other comments from our viewers. Tayo Ojo is saying no, Gernot Rohr should not be sacked. How many of our players are in their first team selection in their various clubs? They hardly use them in their clubs. Call them bench warmers. You are correct. Which magic do you want Roy to perform? Good coach won't like to coach average players like us because they would rubbish his integrity. Jose Mourinho won't accept to manage some clubs because their players are average. We have average players. Okocha, Omokachi, Finidi, Amunike, etc. were good players with little input from Westerhoff and Buffy Joe. Don't nail Raw. I think I won't agree with him. Totally agree with him. To say most of our players are bench warmers, I don't accept that. Yes, when you look at them,
I saw the comment.
Yeah, when you look at them, Kenneth Omeruwa is a starter in his team. Leon Balogun is a starter.
No, he's famous.
No, let's name the first 11. Ekong is a starter in his team. I know he's a starter in his team. Musa is a starter.
Akpai is not a starter.
Akpai is not a starter. Only the goalkeeper. Then
even he's not a starter in South Africa.
He's in the attack. Chukwueze is a starter with Villarreal.
Yes, he starts.
Iwobi is
he's not a starter.
Most times he starts. In fact, in Arsenal, he has the highest number of starts last season amongst all the players in Arsenal.
Okay, so I wouldn't know that.
Yeah, that is the fact. Okay. Then when you look at even the people on the bench, Chukwueze, Osimhen was a starter all through last season and was banging the goals. Henry Oyekuru was a starter in Turkey and he was banging the goals.
What Tayo Joe is trying to say is that they're not probably in the first 11.
They are.
That's what he's trying to say. That most of them are not probably.
They are in the first 11. When you look at what they did last season, 11. They are. Is this Etebo? Etebo was a starter throughout last season for Stoke. Or who again?
No, it happens. So
Okay, let's quickly look at the other this thing. Muhammad Adamu Usman was just laughing, ha 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 ha. Then Liberty Agbo said no, Gernot Rohr should not be sacked. Adedeji Emmanuel saying it should be sacked. Yeah, it should be sacked.
It should be sacked.
You know, we have divided opinion, and that is how it will always be. But there is one thing that is prominent among all their comments. That look, this guy was given a target
and
he achieved the target, so they should not be nailed for not doing. In fact, even exceeded by winning a bronze medal.
Yes.
And so I would like to draw the curtain here. I thank you for staying tuned and being with us for more than 30 minutes now. And want you to keep your comments coming, and we'll be responding. And others will be reading your comments on our page. Thanks for staying with us. From me, and for
my name is Jide Shola.
Okay.
See you again this same time, same station next week.
Bye.